Good morning. How was your Labor Day weekend? Steve, I like the music to go a little longer. I like to trail it in there and then not abruptly drop it out. I like it just like na na na, and it just goes for a little while and then it slowly comes out. Do we have the ability to fade it out?
We do, and I have to tell you, from a producing standpoint, I get a little worried because we came out and I saw you freeze a little bit for a second. So I pulled the music out really fast, and then you came in a little clearer. So I was a little worried we were a little skewed
That can happen, I
from a
guess. Yeah.
technical standpoint.
Technical standpoint, rockin' and rollin'. Who watched Venus Williams yesterday at the U.S. Open? Everybody's talking about Venus. Oh my God. She and her partner, Leylah Fernandez, having a bit of a moment. That was unbelievable. Venus is 45. Leylah is 22, less than half her age and half her size, by the way. Leylah's a teeny little person. Venus has won 6 Grand Slams in her life before this kid was even born. And they find each other. They were a wild card entry, so barely got in, and they won yesterday. Now go on to the quarterfinals, so it's kind of exciting. This is the first doubles really a quarterfinals appearance since Wimbledon 2016 for Venus. And of course, it's her first ever without her sister as her partner. People are going nuts about the look that she had. It's from H&M and it's affordable. It's $45, that outfit. Wow. Kind of a wild outfit. It's got the built-in bra, the ball pocket. They're launching a tennis thing. I mean, she could have easily called Serena and said, send me one of your fancy ones. Her sister's got an incredible fashion line. But people are raving over the $45 dress on the court. So all eyes are on Venus Williams. Isn't that awesome? It's kind of cool. All right, everybody. Good morning. Here's a little AM from Cape Cod. We're just talking about your show with Bob and John. Incredible. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Deb. Yesterday we had Bob Hilland on Hot Mics yesterday. Bob Hilland is a 30-some year FBI investigator. And then we had John Edward with him, which is together they John Edward, of course, is the medium from Crossing Over. And 25 years ago, Bob Hilland could not solve a cold case. It was about this serial killer, John Smith. And he had showed up to a New Jersey police station and he had said, look, my wife is missing. I don't know what to do. And Bob said he walked in and felt this terrible unease looking at this creepy dude. And he's like, something is going on here. But he couldn't quite get to it. Now, little did we know, John had already killed his first wife 19 years ago. Anyway, Bob lived in the area and he would drive home and listen to John, who frequently appeared on this New York radio station. And he's like, this medium guy, it sounds interesting, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'm kind of a concrete sequential thinker. I'm an FBI agent. We don't believe in mediums, right? We tend to cast doubt. And very fascinatingly, he finally just reaches out to John Edward and says, whatever, I'm just going to get out of my comfort zone for a second. Well, they launched a 25-year partnership solving terrible crimes all over the world, frankly, in Guyana and the Caribbean aboard a cruise ship, very much like Amy Bradley. Somebody fell over the side and they're like, how did this guy die? And John Edward told him, he's like, hey, you're going on a cruise ship soon. He's like, no, I don't take cruises. He's like, no, you're going for work. And when you're on there, he just gives him things you're going to see something like this. It's going to lead you to that. I mean, this is crazy. So anyway, there was a fascinating interview on Hot Mics yesterday, and I hope you get a chance to listen to it. Here we go. Hey, Billy, have you ever played the Loop golf course in Roscommon, Michigan, designed by Tom Doak? It's a reversible course. What the hell is a reversible course? The Loop. A reversible golf course. I have no idea what that is. Although Tom Doak did the redesign of the course that I belong to, where Al Michaels, football announcer, is also a member. And the famous story on opening day, when Tom Doak, after several years of the redesign. It's the first day. Jim Nantz goes out. Al Michaels goes out, the vice president of the club, and Tom Doak himself. It's a dignitary's very first round. And, Jim Nantz is a nice golfer, not just a nice golf announcer. Doak goes, they're all on the green. There's this one hole that has a bunker that's really big, and it's like you have to really shoot it up like 16, 20 feet up to get onto the green. It's a terrible bunker to be in. And Al Michaels is stuck in the bunker, and they're all waiting for him up on the green, and they hear poof in the sand trap, and the sand flies up. Poof in the sand trap. God darn it. Poof a third time. And then Al yells, "I can't get out." And Tom Doak, the designer of the course, standing next to Jim Nantz, goes, "Al, you just need to open the face of the club all the way and get under the ball. Swing all the way through it." He goes, "No, I can't get out." He was trying to walk up the giant bunker to get out that way. He refused to go out the backside of it. Oh, God. A little golf story. What the hell? Hey, good morning, everybody from Louisiana, down there in the bayou. Gotta love that. Hello there from the bayou. Aunt BB. There's Aunt BB. Hey, just what it sounds like. Odd or even days determines the direction of the course. So if you're on the 9th, you go one way and then you go, I don't get that. But you can't go in reverse direction. You can't go from a green to a tee box. Or I guess you just play 18. And when you're finished with 18, you go all the way back. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look that up, but it may be just too early. Ooh, Karen Reed was on Howie Carr on Friday, and it was a cringy interview with this Morrissey bag. It was bad. Yeah, we got to look into that. I got torn away. I went on Thursday. I popped up to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I went up to Lake Coeur d'Alene in Idaho this past weekend. It is gorgeous. So I didn't get a chance. I got caught up in a bunch of golf and, all these hockey players and stuff, Ray Whitney and Brendan Morrow and all these guys. So we had all kinds of fun playing golf and gambling. Here's a standard move. The guy I'm staying with, my host, I took him for $400 on the golf course. You don't collect from the guy you're staying with. You know what I mean? Now you're an extra sponge. I mean, he's taking care of everything. You can't do that. We played golf. Oh, we played golf with is sweet Jason Kennedy, who's a really nice guy, entertainment reporter, and a good guy I've known for a long time, and Chris Pratt. Look at my name dropping. God, am I a name dropper? Chris Pratt played golf with Chris. Chris hits the ball 1,000 miles. Star-Lord can really rip a golf ball, but, kind of like all of us, a little all over the place, right? But we had such a good time. We had, 6 people out there at once. It was kind of cool. Coeur d'Alene is absolutely stunning. You're right, TR. I mean, this is it is so beautiful. Indeed. Ooh. Good morning from Summit, New Jersey, neighbor to Chatham. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Maybe we met each other in the bagel store in the Chatham sandwich shop at some point. I lived in Chatham, New Jersey for 3 years. So it was pretty awesome. Billy, please say hi to Will. Steve, who's Will?
No idea. I'm thinking Will. What did we
say hi to
over
Will
the weekend? Who are we going to see over the weekend?
Say hi. Was I going to see Will? Who's Will? We love Will. He's probably a great guy. I don't know. Let's see if we can figure out who Will is. Good morning from Buffalo, New York. Hey, Clay's godmother is there. You must really love your godson if your handle on social media is Clay's godmother. Your own kids have got to be like, well, thanks a lot. What the fuck? You're more proud of your god kid. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Did you just put her up quick, Steve? Oh, my. It's early. It's Tuesday. And Mildred is here. When Billy's away, I get on my knees and pray until Monday. However, Zaddy was naughty and ghosted Mildred yesterday morning. It was terrifying. You know what? We took a long weekend. Everybody took a long weekend. Steve and I were connecting on Sunday night. Everyone's beat up from the weekend. Holy mackerel, was I beat up. I came back from Idaho on Sunday and went to a barbecue with my girl Allie and her son. And oh my God, he wanted to play forever. Like, oh, we want to play pickleball. I want to play basketball. I want to play this and that. I was like, I want to die and go to bed. Help. Have you ever been to Lake George in New York? I've heard about it. It's beautiful. Listen, I'm an ocean guy. As you know, I was spent all summer in Maine. And there's two types of people. There's ocean people and there's lake people. Right? They're very different. And I got to say something. I am really warming up to the Lakers because, I mean, you saw it this summer, Steve. I think we showed everybody when Steve was there, the jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
It was a jellyfish the size of a manhole cover. And in the cove that we own, and I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, I'm not getting in that with the tentacles that was like 30 feet long. I'm like, if I swim into that, I'm going to the hospital. And then, of course, you got the shark sightings that come up, like they're all over the Cape and Nantucket and places like that. But once they get into Maine, some shit's going on here. So, and then you go to the lake, it's like, what? You might like a little baby bass like that big. You might like, but there's no jellyfish in the water. I mean, it's nice. Got up on the wake surfing. Oh, I forgot to give you, Steve. I'll send it to you. My buddy was driving the boat, and we got pulled over by the police. Now, I got pulled over by the police in May this summer. I told you guys about that. And I did a DUI test and everything, operating the boat. And I was like, I'd had beer too. They're very serious about it. I passed the thing. My buddy got into my host, McGinnis, who's a great friend. He had to charm the cops, and I watched it and I filmed it. So I'll share that with you, but it's pretty classic.
I'm a little concerned that within like 3 weeks, you've been pulled over in a boat twice. I spent a lot of time on boats in my life. I don't get pulled over too often.
I know. What the hell? I can't understand what's going on. But
if you showed me a picture of like a Miami yellow, one of those cigarette boats, and you're flying through the bay, then I get it.
Yeah. Sounds like you had an amazing weekend, Billy. I hope everyone in the chat did as well. Yeah, where was everybody? Did everybody get out there? One last run. Oh my God. Mildred is striking again. I forgive Billy because he's a hottie. We do forgive hot people very easily. And also because he's the only man in my life right now. And I'm not going to get dumped by my imaginary. Oh, Mildred. Mildred, you must love it. Mildred's sitting there like she's probably, a billionaire, just closing deals. She's got people coming in and out of her office. And she's like, just give me a second. I got to fuck these people for a second. And there she goes. Do you have to walk a line for the sobriety test on a boat? No, they make you follow the pen cap. So he's like, keep your head completely still and only move your eyes. And so he goes like this, and you're going all the way over and then all the way back. And it's crazy because they go all the way to the perimeter, and you're like, I have to turn. I'm stiff. But my buddy just said, he's like, he had several, beers, but he's also 6'4" and 200 and some, 40 pounds or something. So it's like I can have a few beers on the golf course and get on the boat. I think, yeah, absolutely. So he was fine. No walking the line on a boat like that. Yeah, so very exciting. Oh, back to the US Open for a second. Steve, I just want to call out the Polish CEO. Everybody saw the video. Let's just call it that the Jumbotron strikes again. Like, not since Coldplay has the Jumbotron nailed somebody and then freaking canceled them. So the tennis player Kamil Majchrzak of Poland wins his match. The Polish paving company CEO, this guy, Piotr Strajava, whatever his name is, Peter, we'll just call him Pete. The Polish Pete steals the hat from the little boy right there, little boy named Brock. Of course, we now find out everybody's name, where they're from. Hit that again, Steve. We missed it. There it is. The hat goes up. He totally snatches it quickly from the kid, turns the hat. This is what drives me crazy. See that? Now let's go to his apology, because his apology is complete bullshit. And that's why if you give a good apology, we accept it. But if you give a bad apology, F you, dude. He said it was a painful but necessary lesson in getting caught by everybody. His apology, it goes on. He knew, let me tell you something, he knew what he was doing, but he says, he explains in his apology that he mistakenly believed that the cap was intended for his own sons and has since returned the hat to Brock. You knew exactly who that hat was intended for. It went right to his hands. You quickly snatched it like that, it right out of his, and tried to make it like, oh, and I was doing something else in the meantime. And you absolutely knew that the cap was intended for the boy. The little boy's name is Brock. The tennis player, Kamil Myshek, ended up tracking down the boy, gave him a private meet and greet. So the boy ends up very happy. But the Polish paver, you're a liar. You're a liar, and you're full of it, and your apology is crap. You knew exactly what you were doing. End of story. Now, give a new apology. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Grown-ass man stealing a hat from a child. Come on now. But you know what? I will say this. If he gives apology, say, it's a moment. Things happen in a moment, right? I've been on a bus with Donald Trump, and in a moment, he says something ridiculous, and you don't know what to do. Oh, God, help. And then you short circuit, right? Just things happen in a moment. But if you just say that, hey, things happen in a moment, and the worst of me responded, yes, oh my God, I'm a human being, and I am capable of doing some horrible things, including stealing candy from a little boy. I'm that horrible. Oh my God, I had to look in the mirror and see the worst part of myself. Shit, has that ever happened to you? I can work that. I can work with that. The Polish CEO belongs with the astronomer CEO in the Hall of Shame this year. The Jumbotron is having a big year. I got to swear to guys, let's all agree when if you go to a public, a sporting event or a concert or whatever, just don't do anything. Although maybe we need to cancel the Jumbotron because it's really ruining days out. Although in this case, revealing the worms amongst us. His behavior is lively Reynolds level manipulation. Okay. Yeah, he's down for the count, this guy. Down for the count, the Polish CEO. We're not letting you up. The Polish CEO has been called out by the public. They are now boycotting his business. Yeah. He's a Polish paver. He's out there. He's got a paving company, this guy. The Polish paver. Isn't it great? The guy comes from wherever, just makes a long trip from Poland to America. There should be a movie. I think it's called Sliding Doors, right? Where it's like, it'd be fun to start the movie or the series with, this is what ultimately happens. And then back it up to how everything that happened in the days leading and hours leading up to this moment, this viral moment, right? Wouldn't it be cool to start the movie with the chaos surrounding the astronomer CEO and his lady at the Coldplay concert and the whole thing and what's going on, and oh my God, the hubbub, and then go back to the office 4 days before as they're all like, hey, emails go out. Who wants to go to the Coldplay concert? Oh, okay. So-and-so, our HR girl wants to go. Yes. Okay, Larry in accounting wants to go. Well, let's do this. And then it all builds up. Not a bad idea. Are we producing a show together? Maybe we're doing that. Let's get into producing. You got to own. You got to own in everything, right? Stop working for the man. I stopped working for the man. I don't make anything yet, but a little bit. But we don't work for the man. Good to see people getting revealed for their bad behavior. You Yes, but I remember, I'm always first in the corner of forgiveness. I really am. On a good apology, just own it. I love the fact that we are all flawed, just disastrous, just evil, terrible people sometimes. But if you just say it, you know, I'm good with it. Mama Roll, what's up, girl? It's now being predicted that Ryan Reynolds is making his way towards divorce from Blake after, oh, yeah, removing her pictures from Instagram and not wishing. I don't know. I don't have any intel on that except what you have, which is, yeah, he removed. I mean, there's no photo of her. The last photo of Blake is over a year ago, July 2024. Is the last photo of Blake on there. She has a little more of him, but it's not very recent either. He has stood by her side in a major way as far as behind the scenes. Maybe he's just distancing himself publicly and saying, let's just have our separate public images, but keep our relation. I'll pull strings from behind the scenes. I don't think we have any actual evidence that that there is trouble. But if he abandons her, she's done. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a human, man. I got a heart. I'm going to feel badly for her. I am. I'm also going to be watching to see how she recovers from that and what she does with it. I always think there's a chance for redemption with anyone except murderers and rapists and people like that. But people that just do shitty things, I think there's redemption. But to me, it's all about the ownership. Own that. Yeah. Oh, the Bushman is very empathetic. It's admirable. Well, look, maybe I wouldn't. Isn't life all about experience? Right? I mean, like, I've had my teeth kicked in. And before that, I guess I was just a charmed little fella running around, interviewing celebrities on red carpets. Like, oh, look at me. God, this is great. Oh, there's Julia Roberts. She's next. And by the way, that leads me to Julia Roberts. But we learn these things as we get older and as we, go through experience. Let's hold off on Bill Belichick for a second and just get to red carpets. This is kind of cute. The Venice Film Festival over the weekend, Amanda Seyfried borrowed Julia Roberts' look for real. Julia had posed for a photo call on Friday for her film, and she was, rocking the dark wash, high-waisted jeans, a little navy tailored wool blazer right there with a yellow, beige, and brown striped shirt, a gold buckle. I mean, very 80s look, right? Not my kind of. I don't love the look. It's designed by Versace's new creative director, Dario Vitali. It's his first collection for the brand. He's going to roll out his full collection in September. But this is just a little peek of something. I guess he's doing 80s chic. And there are the ladies. They share, Seyfried and Julia share a stylist, Elizabeth Stewart. And so Amanda just reached out publicly on Instagram and said, hey, Julia, please let me wear the same outfit. I really love your outfit. I don't love the outfit. I'm going to say that. I'm a fashion horse, and I have real opinions on that front. But she wore it. So let's get another look at those. Let's just really take a look at that. Padded shoulders. This is so 80s with the rolled up sleeves. Yeah, the look is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. Hold on. This is really funny. Versace by Dick Vitale. No, it's Dario Vitale. But I would be, yeah, baby. Look at her look. Here comes Seyfried down the carpet. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. Dick Vitale, the stylist. Okay. Yeah, it does look. Oh, you know what? Interesting point here. It's comfy. Don't forget about comfort.
See, Billy, this is where we different than the ladies in the chat, I think. They're maybe thinking it's comfortable, it looks good, they can go in different places in that outfit, maybe. And we're like, I don't know.
Hold on. Billy's Eddie Bushman let's not pretend that your future self is already applauding you at the empire in creation. It's in process. It's on its way. It's cultivating and cooking. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa. I went back for that one. Yeah. Mm. Greetings from Prince Edward Island. Billy, have you ever golfed up here? Close. I guess didn't I tell you this summer I went to play Cabot Links up in Nova Scotia, which is very close to Prince Edward Island. We have some of the best courses. You know who set that up for me? I'm very good friends with a neighbor of yours in Prince Edward Island. We golf together all throughout the year. The hockey player Dion Phaneuf, who played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, great Canadian. So Dion spends all summer up in Prince Edward Island, and he set me up at Cabot Links, and we played up there, and we had a great time. He's a good dude. Doesn't that sound right? Time for a trim, Billy. Oh yeah, the hair. Let me know when you have time to come to Cape Cod. Yeah, the hair is getting a little nut.
Yeah, the hair's come up a few times in the chat, Billy. People, and I noticed it last week too. So I think there's a hair trend following here. Where we're going. How big?
Yeah. Mildred, what are you talking about? Joy, I'm more the type to marry an inmate. Oh my God, Mildred, what is happening with you? Back to Ryan Reynolds here. Interesting point. Lawson says, Ryan probably isn't going to pursue a divorce. Not only would it be expensive, but Blake knows all of his secrets and would surely try to destroy his reputation. I just don't buy it. Oh my God. When huge couples and powerful forces like that turn against each other, oh my God. And the planting and the leaking it would be a mess. Isn't that crazy though? You live your life with someone, you have kids with someone, you have family, and then just all of a sudden, you've protected each other, you've held each other's secrets, you've done everything, and then it's just war the other way. I know it happens all the time, but man, I don't know. Speaking of, my ex-wife and I get along pretty darn well. I've told you guys about that. A couple of bumps here and there, like anyone, but really well. And it's just the best you can do, and everyone has to bite their tongue and sacrifice and, take one for the team. But she does it as much as I do. So, she's pretty awesome like that. Last night I had my two oldest here. My youngest is at college and rocking with her friends and having a, barbecue and all that. But I had my two oldest, Josie, whom you met when the Taylor Swift podcast happened with Travis. Josie's 27, just had her birthday. She was here. And my middle child, Mary, who's 24, and her boyfriend. So they were here, and we had some turkey burgers last night. And you know what I got to work on? I don't know if you're like me, but I just when I'm full, I keep eating. And I don't know if it's like nervous energy or if it's just like, I think I know what it is. And I have to solve this in a major way. It's my mom. It's my mom. When I'm a child, my mom, she made me clear my plate. She made me finish everything on my plate. So last night I'm just looking at this thing and I'm like, I'm full. I don't want to eat anymore. The Bushman would like to keep it trim, right? He would like to keep it as sexy as possible for as long as possible. We all do. And yet I just keep crushing the thing. Then I'm lying in bed like burping and like not feeling good. Sorry for that, but what the hell is wrong with me? So I got to rewire that. I don't know if it's a therapy thing. Maybe it's a deep psilocybin dive. I met this guy, and I swear to God, he told me he's a genius. He's a brilliant, successful, sharp as a tack, no drink, no smoke, no drugs, nothing kind of a human. But he said psilocybin is the future. I'm doing so much research. I'm starting on it because he's like every human being. This is good for you biologically, physically, emotionally, psychologically. I'm like, what? I don't know. It's just a little hippy dippy wacky for me, but I'm starting the research. Not following anybody. I'm going to start the research, but apparently for everyone. And I swear to God, if the research says yes, I'm going to do it. And we're going to take the podcast with us. and we are going to walk through the whole process. I'm not afraid to explore, not too stuck in my ways at 53, but there is plenty. Steve, you've got something percolating about psilocybin.
Yeah, I would no, I was just going to say I have a really good friend. We've never spoken about it, but I have a really good friend who swears by it. I didn't know anything about it till about 5 months ago, and he's been talking a lot about it for the last few months. So you're only the second person I've really heard talk about it, but my friend, absolutely loves it. Thinks
Well,
it's really important.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
what it was. This guy is a big investor in the future of psilocybin, and but that it helps rewire the brain. We go through
Rewire.
so much trauma. Every one of us goes
Yeah.
through trauma. From 0 to 4, you have needs, and you're helpless. But from 4 to 11, all you want is the approval of your parents. But your parents most of us fail as parents because we tell our kids, don't do this, do that, don't do that. Hey, take that out of your mouth. I told you not to eat that. All of these are little trauma shots at your kids, right? I mean, I was 26, shotgun marriage. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I failed in many ways. I keep telling my kids every once in a while, like, hey, I know I failed you in a lot of ways. I just want you to know I'm really sorry. And like, whatever it takes to fix that, will do. But then from like your teenage years, you want the approval of your friends, right? So then you move on to, then there's all kinds of little trauma shots that you take from the scene with the kids and the peers. So we're all a mess. But when you get to the whole psilocybin dive is about going into the tunnel of your memories and rewiring everything, and it brings out healthy people. That's what I'm told. If you are old school conservative, like, what the heck is this some kind of drug podcast? I'm out of here. This is not fleshed out all the way by me. I will do my own research, but I'm fascinated by it. Yeah. Walk through the valley of Bush. Dare we go all the way in. 6-hour journey. Oof. I just think I am going to do it, though. I think it's not, if I learn enough that, like, from what I've heard already, I will tell you this. If it's that potentially, I know 100% it can't hurt me long term, right? I mean, you can't get hurt, don't do, right? And I think I just want to, if I can fix a couple of things that have me stuck, or a couple of events that, like NBC, fired by NBC, massive fucking drama, massive, almost died, almost took myself out, went to, I'm not kidding you, dead serious, went to many therapy places and help when you get from, shamed from all over the world for nothing. That is something that's never been worked on. I just went to survival mode and turned to alcohol right away first, and by the way, served its purpose, as long as you don't get freaking addicted and then you're going to rehab and all that. So served its purpose, but there's that. And then, what happened in your childhood? Yeah, something happened in mine. I can tell you that. So anyway, it's just going to be nothing to be afraid of. Start out very small and work up. Shrooms. No, I think, I mean, I'm not looking like, I don't think like little, chocolate mushrooms or whatever, I'm not, as they say, it's the new glass of Chard here in LA with all the moms. The moms are like, oh my God, do you have any more mushrooms? Thank you. Amazing. And they love it. It's the new Chardonnay, but I'm talking about the deep dive. I'm talking about guided, not ayahuasca. I'm talking about psilocybin. It's a little different. We're not going to Costa Rica and running around with Nicole Kidman, or at least the character she plays. Anyway, we all have the trauma. It's about healing the trauma. Most of it's manageable trauma, by the way. I mean, we've all coped. We're all coping. That's it. We're coping. Are we fully like living? I don't know. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I mean, it's just, but I will report back. I will be your scout. I will go ahead I will tell you if it's safe up front. All right. Not going to become some wacky guru. I can tell you that. Mildred has, Steve, I don't think you're paying attention to Mildred, and it's pissing her off. Steve, please ask Billy if he's ever watched the romantic comedy called Misery with Kathy Bates. I need to know if it could happen with him. After all, I'm Billy's biggest fan.
What's happening now, though? This is taking
I'm
a
picturing
turn.
Mildred and I in a cabin, and I'm getting kneecapped and the whole thing. And Mildred, I hope you're kidding. It's so restricting. Oh God, can you join Mildred? Pretty please. Can I join? Yeah, we'll all go to a cabin and kneecap Billy. It'd be so fun. It's so weird. Oh my God. What the hell? Hobbling.
I knew that was going to make you laugh.
I miss James Caan. You know what? I've got a great photo of James Caan. Remind me to show the photo of James Caan and I. James Caan was his son and my daughter were in the same class at school here. He was that older dad at carpool, right? His second time around. And so we ended up becoming friends and outside of the place and having laughs, and a bunch of dads in that class and moms, we bonded. So I had a big birthday party and James Caan came, and he brought me baseball hats that say "Everybody loves Bush," or "I love Bush," or whatever. So we posed in them. What a great guy! He'd sit there and talk to me, Jimmy. Sitting there with Jimmy Caan, you know what I'm talking about? Talking at my backyard at my kids' birthday party. Jimmy Caan sipping a beer, talking to Jimmy. Wow. Oh my God. That reminds me of the birthday party we threw in the backyard for my youngest daughter. Guess who was a dad in her class? David Beckham. And my wife at Sydney at the time sends me a text. Get home. David, I am in the backyard with a ton of moms, and David, all the moms brought their kids. It was all mothers except David Beckham. And known to be like a great dad, like hands-on, the whole thing. She's like, he's here, and the moms are freaking out. They won't talk to him. They can't. They're frozen. They're just like, I need you. You will soften this. And get here. And I'm like, I'm close. I get to the house. David Beckham is wearing jeans and a white T-shirt, no shoes. He's just shoeless in the backyard, rolling around in the grass, playing with the kids, and they're like all tackling him and stuff. And the moms are on the patio sipping rosé and Chardonnay, like, I hate my husband so much. Oh my God. And they're going crazy over the guy. So I get out there and I'm like, hey, I'm rolling around too. Look at me play with kids. Oh, I can do it too. Yeah, not quite the effect. He's got, the tattoos, the hot bod, this guy. Oh, the T-shirt came up a little bit while I was rolling around with it was a freaking scene in there. You're right, Shmeha. He's got one hot body. Wicked hot body on that guy. Oof. Oh my God, get me past the hobbling. I hope you know how to use a typewriter, Billy. Your good life is going to depend on it. We're back to misery. Oh my God. Oh, you damn right you would have died. You would have died. Mama J would have died. You're darn right. That guy was so freaking hot. I couldn't believe it. Except if you're Jackie, then you think Beckham sucks. So there you have it. Well, what a from hobbling to humbling night last night on the football field for New England Patriots coaching legend Bill Belichick. Yeah, he is. His boobs right there coming through the sweatshirt. They're just not perky tonight. Gotta say it, not perky, because we had a very bad night in the football field. Final score, I think, was like 48-14, something very, very bad. Not a good score. Not the Bill I know. Not the Bill I've come to love. He bombed on opening night. Home game. God, what a gorgeous little stadium, the whole thing. Michael Jordan, UNC Tar Heel legend in the house. But not the only Jordan to be shown in the skybox. Bill's 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. There she is. There's Jordan in her little white tank. Like, hey, I'm 24. You belong in the student section, but okay. It's Randy Moss next to her. Another great legend. Played for Belichick for many, many years. And then everybody's talking about the Randy Moss death stare. It's going viral. She's looking at... This is a frozen frame from a video that's probably 3 seconds long where she looks up at him admiringly. But they tweaked it enough to say that she was giving him a death stare. No. She was like, oh my God, it's Randy Moss. He's like so cool, apparently. Probably too young to ever watch him play. But yeah, it's not a death stare. Stop. Internet is absolutely tireless. But it's annoying that a 24-year-old girl is dating a 74-year-old man. He said before, age means nothing. She's a beautiful woman. I understand her as a woman. He said some dumb shit, whatever. I mean, it's 50 years age difference. Does that mean the Bushman's like future girlfriend is currently 3? Like, that's... His kids, how do the kids... I mean, my kids would not talk to me. They would not talk to me. I'm going to get off it because whatever, it's... But a really humbling night out for Bill Belichick. I can't even believe the guy's the coach of the UNC Tar Heels. Like, what? That's like an Ivy League college in the South. This is a... When it comes to football, this is not appropriate for an icon like this to be doing. He's making all the wrong decisions. What the? You're walking around UNC, probably getting free classes for Jordan, and the dating of the young woman. How to stump the young woman? I don't get it. TCU just kicked the crap out of him. You know, TCU knows what it's like to get the crap kicked out of them. National championship game, what, 4 years ago against Georgia, right here at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, the biggest beatdown in the history of the national championship game. There are millions of reasons for her to love him, Billy. His wallet is definitely one of them, and his beautiful house in Nantucket. The guy's got a spread. Yeah, he's definitely rich. But I don't know. You got to really love money. Like, I guess, like Melania is attracted to Donald Trump because of power, right? I don't think it's money necessarily. It's success and power, but the money obviously comes with it. She's way too beautiful for him, right? But there is something that I think many women see, and that's just because of our natural order of things and how we hunters and gatherers and things. And the extremely successful hunters are sexier than the ones who are really good looking but not so good at hunting. Do you know what I mean? Hunting is sexy. But I gotta say, Bill's hunting. I mean, he's hunting in a teeny little pond right now. He's hunting in the wrong forest. Get back to the NFL and go beat the, Go be the Cowboys coach. Ooh, just finished the Cowboys documentary last night. Yeah, America's team. Jerry Jones. They really did this documentary well. It is 8 episodes, you guys, and it's excellent storytelling. The history of the Cowboys, how unpopular this Oklahoma oil man was coming in and buying the Cowboys, and after 29 years as coach or something, firing Tom Landry. Firing his ass, giving him a parade, but firing him. The city wanted to kill Jerry Jones. And then all he's done and how he bucked the league and took him on and turned it into a massive business and billions of dollars. It's the highest valued franchise right now in any sport throughout America. I think it's valued at $11 billion, the Cowboys. And he bought it for $100 million. So fascinating, but all the way in all the bumps and bruises, it holds nothing back. Randy Moss and his cocaine issue and the way he fell apart. Just how the team came together against the triumvirate of Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin. And then you add Deion Sanders and the Jimmy Johnson era and the fallout between Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson, how they hated each other. But then how Jerry swallowed his pride and put Jimmy in the Ring of Honor and in the end does all the right thing. You end up really liking Jerry Jones in this. And the best part is they don't give you some whitewashed, like, remember when Martha Stewart did her version of The Apprentice? Right? They gave us this version of Martha signing beautiful little notes and how sweet. That's not the Martha we know. Yeah, no, give us the real Martha, the real tough as nails Martha. That's the one. Jerry is an asshole in many ways, but he's not backing away from any. He's owning every ounce of him. And, he's a wretch in many ways. But boy, and everyone says it, he shouldn't have been the general manager a long time ago. Owners, making day-to-day decisions on personnel, not a great idea. And it hasn't worked out for them. They've been dry for too long.
Bill?
Takes you through everything. It's phenomenal.
Bill, I got caught up with 2 TV shows this weekend. One was the Netflix Hurricane Katrina documentary. Have you watched that yet?
No, but it's in the queue at number 1.
It's so good. And ironically, when I'm watching it, didn't even realize it. I was watching it on the 20th anniversary of the hurricane. Like all of a sudden I was like, they mentioned the date and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 20 years today. Do you know where we were right before that hit?
Where were we?
We were in Florida, in Orlando, on the bus tour before the bus became the Trump bus.
Oh yeah, the bus tour.
Yes,
Trump
we got
was
diverted.
The last stop. The bus event with Donald Trump was the last stop on a coast to coast bus tour that started in Miami, went up, and it went all the way across America.
Yep, and we got diverted.
So before the bus was a complete disaster. It was a wonderfully fun trip with Nancy O'Dell and Steve and me, our producer.
A lot of great people. Mark Voto was on there. John Butler, the whole team was on there. We did the whole country.
Oh, here's a warning shot coming in from Mama Roll. She watched a police body cam video of a woman having a very bad reaction to mushrooms. Well, she ate too many. I mean, I ate too many in college once and lost my shit. Yeah, you don't go out on your own. Oh, what are these? This looks like a chocolate bar. Bye. Yeah. I always say this. Easier to go forward. Very hard to go back. Take a little. Look around. Everything okay? Okay. Let's take a little more. Although remembers one time, I had a radio producer back in the day named Corinne, who I love. She's passed away. I loved her so much. Anyway, Corinne, her husband at the time, made marijuana brownies, and they were, the whole system. And she came in and said, "Hey, my house, this is for you for the weekend. It's a brownie." And I'm like, "Oh, great." I was like, it must be mixed in there lightly. It's a dessert, right? So you eat the whole brownie. Oh boy. I went to see Jackass in 3D. A buddy of mine was in town. And I'm like, "Here, let's split the brownie." We each had half of the thing. We went to Jackass. Nothing happened. I come home and my wife, Sydney, at the time says, "Hey, listen, would you mind taking the kids to Michael's, the arts and crafts store? Take the kids to Michael's and, we'll get them and then we'll have dinner." And then the kids will be like, "Oh, sure." So I go to Michael's. This is the full 3 hours later. I'm in Michael's and the walls come closing in. I literally lose my shit completely. I'm driving home at 5 miles an hour. I get home. I finally just have to come clean with Sydney because I'm like, it's too obvious. I said, "Sydney, I hate this thing. It's a brownie, whatever. I can't help with the kids. I can't. I'm out of my ass. I'm getting higher and higher. This is not good. This is not good. It's actually past the point of good. It's way not good." Next thing you know, I'm in my room. I'm removed from the company. My buddy is upstairs in his room. The wives are with the kids and they're playing, and we are in separate bedrooms. This is not good, believe me. and just getting higher and higher and higher. And it won't stop. I swear to God, the next morning, I'm still getting higher. I'm like, help. I go into work and I'm like, Corinne, what the fuck did you give me? Jesus. She goes, well, you just, what? I said, I split it with my friend. She goes, oh, no. Just a teeny little bit on the corner. You have got to tell people that before you give it to them. One last little beautiful story. Yeah, my honest, you know what? I said this. We are doing this in an honest fashion, no matter what we do. I love my gummies. Oh, if you eat a little 8, what does that mean? Yeah, you got to be careful with the stuff. Joyce Mayha. Oh God, you should have seen. I was out of my gourd, terrified. Final little story here. I saw this over the weekend. It reminded me of something that happened in my childhood that just makes me love my mother. You've seen my mom. She's 86. Anyway, this takes place. Check it out. Little pickpocket video. I think it's from Milan, Italy. That woman pickpocketed this man right there. And the guy grabs her by the hair. Now, yeah, these are the gypsy pickpockets in Milan. Is he allowed to grab a woman by the hair? I mean, if that's all you can grab when you're reaching out because she's just pickpocketing your wallet, I mean, she doesn't really have a ton of rights at this point, in my opinion. I mean, just got to try to get the arm, but yeah, don't let her go. Absolutely not. While others litigate that, it just reminded me of this incredible story. My mom was way tougher than my dad. My dad was a beautifully elegant, song and dance man from Broadway, but my mom was a badass woman, and she still is. They're in Paris, France, the two of them on a beautiful get away from the kids type of thing, and they're at this the Modern Art Museum, and it is pickpocket crazy out there, and they were told, be careful. So what happens is, boom, this woman with a baby, she's got a baby in a sling like this. Oh, excuse me, baby. Boom, she bumps into my dad. She pulls the wallet. Ah, baby. Woo. Distract up here. Foop, tuck the wallet. She's gone. My dad, like a second later, goes, oh, Jody, where's my wallet? And mom knows exactly what it was. It was the lady with the baby, and there she is. And my mom goes ripping over there. And the woman is like, and my mom goes, give my husband's wallet. And she's like, my mom speaks fluent French, and she says, and the woman's like, no, she goes, and the woman's like, no, I know what you're talking about. My mom pulls the baby out, sticks her hand up between where the baby was, underneath the baby, against the woman's torso, rips my dad's wallet out and goes, this. And then proceeds to smack the woman across the face. My mom grabs the wallet, smacks her in the face. Shame on you. And she went back and gave my dad his wallet back. Can we please applaud my incredible mom? Of course, my dad is sitting there like, oh, wow. Okay. Great. Lunch? It's just total beatdown. All right, final thing. All right, you got Mama Bush. She's a beast. God, we love Jody Bush. What a star. Kicking the shit out of that woman. I mean, shame on you is right. Did you guys hear that Robin Wright Penn, formerly Robin Wright, the actress, has left the USA. She's joining Rosie O'Donnell, who took off for Ireland, and Ellen DeGeneres, who took off for England. Only the women have enough balls to actually keep bitching about America and then threatening to leave and then actually leave. So she lives in on the coastal England, seaside, in a beautiful little village, and she's dating her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is Henry Smith, the architect. He's 52. She's 59, 7 years younger. She says he's a sweetheart and a good adult. I think that might be a dig at Sean Penn. I don't know. She called him my person. She says, I love it over here. America is a shit show. I love it here. There's a freedom of self here. That's a total celebrity thing to say. There's a freedom of self here. What the fuck? What does that mean? A freedom of self? You're free from yourself? Free to be yourself? Celebrities, they try to wax poetic too often. Just zip it. A freedom of self here. But anyway, I admire one thing, Robin, and that is you said it's a shit show and you left. So, tally-ho. I love it. I hope you're having a lovely time with Henry, sort of walking the beach in your seaside village, right? Stopping to kiss every once in a while, I love Henry. He's my person. Right? No? We'll see you back here. You'll have a movie, doing something, and I'll remember what you said. America's a shit show. It's our shit show, honey. And we're going to work it out. We'll work it out. Everything comes in cycles. It's a shit show now. You wait, baby. We don't quit. We don't quit. Well, final thing. Truly this time, this is it. From Lake Coeur d'Alene, the Bushman running camera as we get pulled over for improper life jackets, right? These guys patrol the lakes, especially on Labor Day. They got a lot of work to do. This is the Lake Coeur d'Alene. There's my buddy McGinnis. He's at the wheel. They pull up alongside of us.
Last time they pulled us over, we went into after it was right in front of Gotham. Yeah. And
he's just chit-chatting with him.
Cody was playing bad boy.
There's his wife in the back.
Cops. Yeah. We rode into the talk. You'd be shocked.
Look at him. Just smooth talking, the young guys.
Yeah. So that's your favorite.
Not a warning.
Yeah.
How much are we dinging him for?
Is it 99 or 175?
This one is 99.
Oh.
So that red copy, that's the citation. There's a case number.
In Mexico, you just give the guy 100 and you leave.
That one is the paper.
True.
How you can handle it. Call the courts. Contact them. In copies.
Many parts.
There you go.
Safety inspection.
We'll love a shakedown.
There's nothing scarier than getting. You see the guy coming at you, and you're like, shit, not this guy. Please don't do it. Stay away from the boat. But it's always sort of a badge of honor, I guess, they pull up. Anyway, my house gift to him was proper life jackets for wake surfing, not competition vests. So I sent that and a safety ring. Well, we're back. We're back. It's a short week. Who doesn't love a short week? Okay. Today is an effective Monday, but it's actually a Tuesday. So let's enjoy. And we don't work on Fridays. We don't do that. No, too old. Lived enough life. Fridays belong to the Bushmen. Love you guys very much. Thanks for being here this morning. And Lisa, I don't know what happened to Lisa Boris. We got to figure out what happened to Lisa, who went on the cruise, and eventually she'll come back to us. I know she's probably got a busy morning, but we'll figure out what happened there. She's got a lot of reporting to do for us. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Chrissy, you said it right. Chrissy's here now. Take care. See you tomorrow.